What's up? So I wanted to share another quick workout with you guys, and constantly I hear, "Oh Alina, I don't have a gym membership. Oh Alina, I don't have time to go and work out somewhere else. Oh Alina, I work all day and then I come home and I'm tired. Oh Alina, I'm lazy." And then there are tons of excuses, and I get it. Life is busy, it can be rough. A lot of people work or study full-time, and it can be hard to justify taking 30 to 60 minutes, like 4 or 5 times a week, to your health and to fitness. Which is mind-boggling if you think about it, because that's time that you would be investing into your own health, into your own well-being, into your own confidence. But it can still be hard because everyone signs up for like 10,000 things and trying to balance hobbies, family, friends, work, all of that. And as a full-time student who's also working a side business of online personal training, while also trying to do social media and making sure I don't neglect friends and family more than I need to, I get it. It sucks, it can be really hard, and some days you don't make it. But for those days, I have a solution. My solution is at-home workouts. I am a big believer in that gym memberships are very useful because they let you take a break away from like your house or from your office, and it's like a place you can go, only focus on yourself, and then come back to your normal life. But I also know that it's not feasible for everyone based on circumstances, responsibilities, and some days you really just can't leave the house. So I'm going to share some of my favorite leg exercises that don't really involve any equipment other than maybe a mat. You can go on the bare floor if you're more adventurous than I am, and you can do these as many times as you want to. As I'm going through the voiceover, I will give my suggestions for like numbers, sets, reps, and I'll also explain what the different exercises target. This workout is going to focus on legs. I'll do more upper body and ab workouts coming up that you can also do at home. I am filming this in a gym just because I happen to be there and I had a friend help me film. But none of these require anything other than your own body, your willpower, and your willingness to actually take some time and focus on yourself. A lot of people that I work with, the number one thing they tell me is, "I don't have time to focus on working out or to eat healthy. There aren't enough hours in the day." And the solution is you don't need to work out for longer. You just need to work out effectively for a short amount of time. So a lot of the workouts that I've been designing recently are 30-minute, really intense, just get in, get out, and move on with your day. Because your life shouldn't be about working out. Working out is supposed to just enhance your life by enhancing your health. So let's get started with the voiceover, because I want to see if I can get this to be a little less than 10 minutes or around the 10-minute mark. So let's go. The first exercise that I'm going to be going over is a walking lunge with a kickback. A lot of the moves I'm showing you are going to be 2-in-1s, just so that you can get the most out of each movement in the least amount of time. So you're going to walk forward, lunge with every step, and then when you come up, you're going to just kick back. The point of that is to, first of all, the walking lunge is really, really good for your overall balance, for your quads, for just shaping up the front of your legs. And then if you kick back, that's just adding in some movement that'll target the back of your legs, so like your glutes. And I think that's really important. So yeah, that's why I make people do that. And so the next exercise that we're going to do is a reverse to side lunge. A reverse lunge is when you step back and lunge, which is the opposite of the previous exercise. And a side lunge is going to the side. It's very straightforward in terms of its name. The reverse lunge is really, really good for your glutes and your balance again. And then the side lunge works basically the side muscles of your leg. I call them the abductors. That's how I learned it. And basically that means the outer part of your thigh. So the part that you can see it's really hard to come up because you have to push with your heel up with the side of your leg. And they look really easy, but they're not, and I'm not using any weight and I'm still crying. For all of these, I'd recommend 3 sets of 10 per leg to start off with, and then work your way up. You can hold water bottles for resistance if you want. I've done that before, or maybe a book or a bag against your chest. The third movement is a front, I don't know why I'm out of breath, I'm so sorry. The third movement is a front to a curtsy lunge. So a front lunge is similar to the walking lunge, except you're just going to stay in place, go back and forth. And a curtsy lunge is when you actually take the leg and go behind, as you can see here. And a curtsy lunge works the side muscles again, like with the side lunge, but it also incorporates way more of your glutes, and it is just really difficult, and it gives you a nice stretch. And honestly, I don't see enough people do them. I think they're really, really beneficial, and I've seen a lot of progress with them because I make sure I include it with every workout, and I'm really happy with like how they basically, you know, shape my legs and all of that. Apparently really vain idea. I was called a narcissist the other day, so like, yeah. The next exercise is a pulse squat. So the reason I'm adding a pulse, which is like that little mini bounce at the bottom of the squat, is to make it harder because we're doing this without any equipment, so without any weights. Usually if I'm holding like a weight or a dumbbell or a bar on my back, I won't add the pulse because it's hard enough already. The pulse basically makes it so you have more tension. More tension means more burn, means more calories burned, means more expenditure. It's just overall like a good thing when it comes to working out. It means you're working harder. So that's what a pulse does. You can add a pulse to a lot of movements, like with the lunges too. If you advance enough in them and you don't want to use weight, you can just add a pulse and you'll see that it's a little harder to get yourself back up. The movement after that I did was a one-legged deadlift. So I'm using my opposite arm, reaching down, touching my like the opposite leg, so my right arm touches my left leg and vice versa. And what this does is it really focuses only on your hamstring and your glutes, and obviously your balance. Like I'm tripping at this point, so yeah, I'm just so in shape. But I'm kidding, but basically the reason I wanted to incorporate this is because I don't have a lot of hamstring focus exercises in this, so I wanted to make sure we hit those really hard. And the balance element is really important just for building your overall core strength and making sure that you are like a well-rounded athlete. The next exercise I find really fun is, and I used to do these a lot, but I stopped. And now I'm going to incorporate them back in, and those are outer thigh side raises. I don't know why I keep scratching my head, I'm sorry. I'm not good at this. Okay, so the outer side leg raise is a way to, again, target the same muscles as like a side lunge would, which are basically like the side of your glute and your thigh muscles, and it burns a lot. If you want to add a challenge, you can add like baby pulses like near the top at the end, and it hurts so bad. And then the one right after that is an inner thigh lift. So you bend the top leg backwards and you just like lift with your other leg, and you don't need that like weird open close machine if you have this. Like I promise you, like this is really hard. I've shown these a lot on my channel, and they are donkey kicks. I think they are one of the most useful exercises for working your glutes and up with your heel. So like kick the ceiling with your heel, and that'll help you engage the most, and make sure your arms and your core and your back are really tight. So at least you're getting in some ab work as well while you're doing this. I always follow that exercise without fail with this one, which is a fire hydrant. The name's really silly because it's like resembling a dog at a fire hydrant, but essentially this is again working the side. And the reason I emphasize the side a lot is because the muscles that I want to build are on the outside of my legs, so that I can like fake the hourglass that I don't naturally have. And some people want that, so I thought it would be helpful to include that. And to be completely honest, I am like shaped like a rectangle, so like this helps me out. The exercise right after that is like a straight leg kickback. This is just to add some more difficulty, add some more burn, and like time under tension. I did all three of those back to back to back, but if you're a beginner, do one, take a little bit of a break, and go to the next one. I do 3 sets of like 15 for these ones, like the ones on the floor for all of them, from the leg lifts to these. 3 sets of 15 should be good. And now my favorite, okay, all of them are my favorite, but a glute bridge is essential for building your lower body strength, because we focus so much on the front of the legs with like running, jogging, walking, lunges, and even squats, that basically doing a glute bridge or any type of glute only exercise, you'll be able to balance out your legs and make them look more like even out. like evened out. So I love doing glute bridges for that. You can hold a weight like on your stomach or something if you want to make it harder. And another way to make it harder is to do the single leg glute bridge. And doing these at the end was a very, 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 very poor decision because I was crying. I was like yelling at the like the person who was recording me. Shout out to them. And it was just a really bad situation. But again, keep your core really, really tight. Your shoulders should be planted on the ground and push up with your heel. Do not use the front of your foot because then you will be using the wrong muscles. At the end, I was just messing around. I was going to add this, but like I am screwing this like entire sequence up with jump lunges and jump squats and losing my balance. So if you want to add those in the end because you have some extra energy, you do you go for it. I royally messed this part up, so just enjoy the footage of me not knowing what I'm doing. And that's it. Those are all exercises that you can do without any type of excuse because it's efficient. You can do them all at home. If you did all of them for 3 sets of 10 to 20 based on whatever I recommended, you should finish in less than like 40 minutes without taking really long breaks. Because there's no weight, there's no like added resistance, you don't need to take very long rests in between because your body can handle it, your nervous system will be good. So go hard and let me know how it goes. You should time yourself as well when you're doing this and see like every time you try it if you can like beat your time or like add in an extra set just to make sure you're progressing and challenging yourself, because honestly the best way to see results is to constantly change things up and constantly add something more difficult so that your body keeps guessing. Your body loves to stay the same. It will only change if you challenge it, so make sure you're challenging yourself. If you're not like breathing heavier or if you're not feeling any of these movements, then you know that something's wrong. So that's it. That's all I got. And yeah, I put in more effort for this video in terms of like looking presentable, but I apparently ate something I'm very allergic to, so my entire mouth is burning, and this was like a really hard voiceover to do. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. You're the best. I will write down the exercises in the box underneath this video for anyone who's interested, and like copy and pasting it into your phone or like taking it with you. If you're doing this at home, you can just like watch the video and pause and do the exercises, whatever works for you. And so subscribe, like, comment, do all of that fun stuff. And if you have any feedback, let me know, and follow me on Instagram because I post videos way more frequently on that than I do here. But I'm sorry, I'm just really popular. Okay, bye!